There's no right way to swim. There is no such thing as perfect freestyle or perfect breaststroke. There are definitely principles of what creates speed, but there are no perfect positions. Hi everyone, Andrew here, helping you help your swimmers get faster. This is a quick fire controversy where we tackle a controversial topic in swimming skill development, and I let you know what I think. If you have one we want me to discuss, drop it in the comments below. If you're trying to get every single swimmer to swim in exactly the same way, some of those swimmers are not going to swim as fast as they otherwise could. If you try to copy the exact same swimming style of your favorite champion swimmer, some of your swimmers are not going to swim as fast as they otherwise could. If you try to model the exact technique you find in a book, your swimmers aren't going to swim as fast as they otherwise could. Swimmers are different. They come in different shapes, they come in different sizes, they have different range of motion, they have different levels of strength, they have different densities, they have different abilities to float, and so on. Everything about them is different, but they all have the same goal, and that is to go as fast as possible over the course of a given distance. They all have different tools, so they're going to have to use those different tools in different ways in order to get an optimal result. If we expect everyone to swim in the same way, they either won't be able to do it or they're going to be severely limited in their ability to do it really well. Some, perhaps even many swimmers, literally can't swim the way that the model in a book suggests that they should, or according to the model of an elite champion. Their structure literally doesn't allow them to get into those positions. As an example, consider two of the greatest 400 freestylers in history, Ian Thorp, Janet Evans. If you've watched them swim, you've seen how they use completely different styles of freestyle in order to break records over the same exact distance. If you asked Janet Evans to swim like Ian Thorpe, you'd never have heard of Janet Evans. And if you asked Ian Thorpe to swim like Janet Evans, you'd have never heard of Ian Thorpe. They simply had different tools, and so they had to use a different strategy to accomplish the same goal. But just because there's individual differences doesn't mean we can't help them figure out what they need to do in order to go fast. What do? You give them the principles of speed and you provide them with problems that they have to solve in order to figure out how to use their body to create speed. All swimmers do have to create a ton of propulsion. They need to move water backward, and they most likely need to do that by using a big surface area over a long range of motion and accelerating that limb throughout that range of motion. All swimmers are going to need to swim with great alignment. They need to swim straight, they need to swim horizontal, and they need to prevent side-to-side motion to keep resistance as low as possible so that they can swim as fast as possible. However, how they create as much propulsion as possible or how they create as little resistance as possible doesn't really matter. What matters is the results. They have to learn how to use the tools they have to solve the problem of speed that sits in front of them. They have to learn how to use the tools they have to solve the problem of going fast. And all we have to do is give them the right sets, give them the right tasks in order to help them figure out the best way to use their resources to create speed. Instead of telling them the best way to swim, we design workouts to help them figure it out. Principles absolutely matter. Specific, exact skills don't matter nearly as much. For an example of how to help swimmers understand the principles of speed, check out this video here.